All right, this is video check number 2, aka your smoking puck for the week. I'm trying out different resolutions, different frames per second rate on these videos. I want to see what sounds the best. Now I'm trying my usual plugged in. I had to get a USB-C adapter for the my existing lightning cords, and yeah, it's welcome to the upgrade. It's the iPod, it's the iPhone 17 Pro Max. And yeah, check out this camera. This is the one camera that focuses on the screen side. The other side has a 3 cameras, and for that Pro thingy. I guess I'll find out sooner or later what that's about. It's your smoking puck for the week. Yeah, the Boston-based hockey vlog. It used to be, I used to have it on a blog, and now it's in video format. And I've been kind of aloof from hockey for a couple of seasons, just I pay attention to the Bruins and I'm happy. I used to be a completely psychotic fan, like get the hockey news every week, make every single inconsequential trade for the NHL, the Electronic Arts NHL game I had that season. I loved hockey jerseys, especially out of market ones from like alternate jerseys and minor league teams, AHL, IHL, ECHL, international hockey, you name it. I'll love hockey jerseys. With that said, I think that the Washington Capitals so far in the 2025-2026 season have the best third jerseys. They really do. Some really classy, well designed. Wonder if a man did it. I'm trying to figure out if there's a correlation between the female inspired and designed hockey jerseys, like the more like, can you tell by like the parking job and parallel parking how close to the curb? Well, can you tell? No, this is satire, and like we joke around here. I love women. It's just that it's a running gag here on the channel about we're not really misogynists. No, we're not feminists, but we're not misogynists either. So, what's the week in hockey been like? Lace them up, drop the puck, let's do it. This hat's hot, sorry. Taking it off. Gee, it's a little warm in here. It's still early fall. We're closer to mid-fall than not then, because fall is almost a month old. Fall's been going on since September 22nd, and it's so fall's almost a month old. Will be a month old this week, won't it? So my favorite Bruin, who got traded last year, my captain, Brad Marchand, who got fired from his job of being the captain, got traded to the Florida Panthers and won a Stanley Cup with them and signed a huge contract, the kind he was looking for, 7 years, I believe. And he's returning to town on Tuesday night for the first time since the trade. The Florida Panthers are coming to the Boston TD Garden to face their hosts, the Boston Bruins, and this new and improved, or yet to be disproven, bad team, because it's so early in the season. We just lost 3 in a row. I remember we started off the season 3-0. And then people are saying, "Oh yeah, look at us go! Wow, Wicked Pissa undefeated." I'm like, it's so early in the season, It's just gonna take a few teams checking out our videos, really understanding, going to the tape and understanding the Marco Sturm method, and just like seeing what kind of like holes there are in the defense. Well, we found out the hard way the past couple of games with shots on net, goals scored. One of them, it was a pretty close one, though. It was 6-5. But last night in Denver, Colorado, against the Avalanche, We lost 4-1, and we got mercilessly outshot. What was it? 40. I guess it was 41 shots on net. And Jeremy Swayman made 37 saves. Man. So Sway, man. Here I am. I love goalies. Here I am in my Tim Thomas jersey from the 2011 Winter Classic. A game I went to. Seriously, I went to that game. We were sat in the club seats. I had never been outdoors on a colder day in the 21st century. Seriously, it was so bloody cold that day. Brrr. But it was fun. And it was the Winter Classic at Fenway Park in 2011. And then in 2010. 2010, because in 2011 we won the Stanley Cup with basically that Zdeno Chara, Tim Thomas, Patrice Bergeron team with Mark Recchi and Sean Thornton, and it's just that there was a really good team. That really was. And Claude Julien as our coach. Wow, whatever happened to Claude Julien? See, I would look it up. I am at my desk, but I'm just, like I said, I'm doing a quick video to check out the video quality, check out the audio quality, and that's about it. Yeah. Anything to talk about hockey this week? Not so much so. Just it's early in the season, so the New York Rangers, who are losing pathetically, they're gonna find a way. They're gonna be an improved team. It's early in the season. The Bruins, who started off hot and heavy, but ended up wheezing and asking for a drink of water. You're going to need some Viagra with that, Chief. I had a Viagra once. It stuck in my throat. Well, I got a stiff neck. Whoa, but I'm pumped. Hey, oh, waka waka. Anything else going on? Brad Marchand got fined $5,000 from the NHL Division of Player Safety for his game for unsportsmanlike conduct versus it was the Buffalo Sabres. The Buffalo Sabres won 3-1 in a matinee game against the Panthers yesterday. That was great because I'm not a fan of the Panthers, but I'm a fan of Brad Marchand. I think they have they could have the ability to three-peat, and but Buffalo is a division rival. I don't want to see them too good, but I don't want to see them suck either, because Buffalo is, I read all the league rumors and stuff that there's very low confidence in Buffalo from on a player level, on a manager level, not in the coach level. Lindy Ruff is untouchable or something. Yet, I think something's going to happen in Buffalo. They'll make a trade. They're looking for better cohesion, so people will want to stay in Buffalo and play for the organization. So right now, I'm hearing a lot of grousing about players, just hey, if this team can make a commitment to winning, why bother? Just. And these young players too, I think, have the right idea. You see a lot of players signing for 7-8 years and high millions. But next year and the year after that, the NHL salary cap with the 50-50 revenue share they have with the owners is going to skyrocket. And so you're going to be seeing players getting paid astronomically very shortly. And so there are a lot of teams out there that are locking up players for long hauls, 8 years at $8 to $9 million a year. And but when the salary cap rises, those players are locked in. And the players that get hired after them are going to probably leave those players in the dust, per year. And we'll see what happens. I'm not that interested in the economics of the sport. I don't get my jollies counting other men's money. I don't do that for comic books. I don't do that for movies. And I don't do it for sports. But free agency, the level of contract, and the amount paid per player is a perfectly fine metric and standard to judge the ability of that player. The Bruins have like two high priced players, maybe three, counting Swayman, but I mean, Pastrnak gets a lot of money, like 8 million, 9 million a season. I think Charlie McAvoy gets, oh, here I am let's look at things up. Charlie McAvoy contract. Charlie McAvoy is on an 8-year, $76 million contract, which includes a $9.5 million annual average annual value and a no movement clause that begins in the 2024-25 season. He signed this deal in 2021. So he's in year 5. He's in year 4. He's halfway through his 8-year deal. But he signed at $9.5 million all those years ago. And I'm not convinced that he's an elite player. I'm not. David Pastrnak signed an 8-year, $90 million contract extension. He gets an average annual value of $11.25 million per year. And to be an assistant captain, being part of that leadership core that prolapsed the locker room last year. It wasn't Pasta's fault. Pasta's got that big dopey grin. He's got a great attitude. He's got great hands. He's a goal scorer. He needs someone in addition to the puck. Which keep him with the team until 2030, 2031. And the deal came just before he was set to become an unrestricted free agent and ensures the star stays in Boston for the long term. He signed this 2 years ago, March 2nd, 2023. So he's in year 2 of an 8-year deal. And, or year 3 rather. And let's look up Jeremy Swayman. Because Jeremy Swayman, last year, sat out training camp. Yeah, he signed an 8-year, $66 million contract with the Bruins on October 6th, 2024, with an average annual value in the AAV of $8.25 million. The current salary cap for any team out there is, I think, about $88 to $92 million. And that's going to go into triple digits probably next year, more than likely next year, and the years after that. It's going to keep climbing. So welcome to big money, big prizes in the NHL. That sounds like a really good, big money, but there's only one prize in the NHL, and that's the Stanley Cup. Now, sure, there's the Conn Smythe Trophy that can go to someone you can lose the Stanley Cup and still win the Conn Smythe Trophy. Ask Ron Hextall, or Connor McDavid. There's individual awards like the Maurice Richard Trophy for top goal scorer, or the Lady Byng Trophy for the most gentlemanly player, or the Selke Award for the best defensive forward, and that was owned by our boy Captain Patrice Bergeron, who spent his entire career in Boston, number 37. When will 37 be on the rafters? Because that's destiny. Seriously. But I think that financials and the economics of the game are something that I'm the least knowledgeable about when it comes to hockey. And I don't mind asking questions and having things explained to me like I'm a 5-year-old, because I asked for that kind of clarification. I really do. But I'm looking forward. We're playing the Boston Bruins. We're playing the Utah Mammoth tonight. Hopefully we can break our losing streak. We're playing we are playing whom? We're playing the Panthers on Tuesday, and then Thursday the Anaheim Ducks come to town. And these are like my favorite uniforms right now because they're orange. They're not afraid of color. I like the color. And I like that they've gone back to the, um, the original Disney-inspired Mighty Duck logo. What the heck is his name? He's got a Disney name, and that's about it. So yeah, let's. This is your smoking puck for the week. It's big money, one prize. Big money, no prizes. I don't know. But what I do know is how little I do know, and that makes me hungry to learn more about what I don't know. It really does. One thing about my hobbies and my trade. I'm a chef as a tradesman, and I'm always learning something new about my trade and my hobbies, such as comic books, cinema, art, and hockey. I'm always a student, perpetually a student, especially coming back to hockey. I'm going to, there are 32 teams of players out there with about 22 players on each team. And to get to know like each one, to have a command of who's who in the league, that's 32 coaches. That's 32, you know what I mean? There's a lot of moving pieces in a hockey season. And I've been here for it before, and I'm looking forward to this season as well. And it's early. It's very early in the season. So don't give up hope, but maybe don't have so much expectations and be cheering like for the wrong things, I guess. Being like, oh, wow, we're undefeated. Well, that's only so far the Carolina Hurricanes. But you know what? It's 82 games a season. 84 next year. So, just there we go. All right. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. We're a small but growing channel, and I would love to earn your subscription. We talk about hockey here. We talk about cooking, spirituality and gratitude, and pop culture, cinema, and comic books. We do it all, and there's room for more. So God bless. Namaste. Good luck. Smoking Puck coming to you weekly. Your Boston-based hockey vlog from Reverend Sully here at the channel. Please subscribe. Ciao. Bye-bye.